All right.
All right, welcome to the well. Maria from Bloom and Angela from Grounded Dreamers. So, let's just pause and take a breath. It's the first week of June, 2024. My goodness, this year is flying by, and let's just pause and breathe and just take a moment to get grounded, centered, and take a moment to acknowledge whatever you're grateful for or whoever you're grateful for in your life right now. And then let's move into a reading, powerful one as usual.
All right. So today we're going to work on processing upheaval, sudden change, sudden loss, sudden shifts within your own energy. Whatever this could be something tangible in your world or something going on within that you just feel it. Sometimes even if we're really present and aligned, we can feel the change before it comes. You can feel the shift of the energy, but sometimes it catches us off guard.
Yeah.
Right. And especially with things in our outside world, loss or, anything where the change is so sudden we didn't have time to catch our breath.
Yeah.
So we'll be processing that together. We move on to vulnerability, which is the aftermath of such an event, whatever that is. This could be a big feeling of vulnerability, like I have no idea what to do next, and oh my gosh, I've been, hurt so deeply. Or this could just be a shift in awareness of you within you. So we all have the different levels of intensity of these energies at different times, right? It's all part of it. And to start to recognize those patterns or those shifts, and knowing that, oh, that last time I had an upheaval, I made it through okay, and here I am. So it's really just being able to find a steady footing while it's happening without trying to stop and control it.
Yeah.
And then I pulled sorrow and I pulled grief. So these are definite possibilities, definite emotions that we could experience in the aftermath of upheaval or a sudden change, especially if it means loss. But and this could even be a change that you instigated. You wanted to make this change, but then you're realizing, ooh, I have to let go of what came before that to move on. And that could create these feelings. So
Absolutely.
really, right? We could have done it to ourselves, but for a good cause, for a good reason, but we still have to process the loss.
Oh, absolutely. Even if we're letting go of something that doesn't serve us or isn't healthy or whatever it is, right? Even if we're letting go of something that may not be in our best interest, there's still grief and loss associated with the letting go.
And skipping over it causes us to not be caught up with the energy, or not really being moving forward on solid ground. And sometimes we do skip over it. We skip over the process of grieving it, and we move on and we feel okay. But it could build up. And so the
Yes.
next time that unprocessed grief and loss could catch up in the next change, and then it feels like a double whammy or
Right.
triple whammy or whatever. So yeah, this is honoring our own selves to be with those feelings of sorrow or grief, or acknowledging the loss in some way. And that brings us to slowing down. And it's also, as we're processing these energies that we're leaving behind, it's a good time to, ground in this very moment and be, that tortoise, it's a very grounding feeling, right? He's low to the ground. He's not moving quickly. Yeah. He's paddling along, still has the goal in sight, but not trying to race there. It's just, let me just move in it from moment to moment. And that serves us best, right? When we're able to get grounded in this moment now in order to plan for the next ones.
Right.
And then I got nothing yet is set in stone. That's a reminder. It's all temporary. All of the energy, the letting go of something and then creating the new. It's all temporary. Nothing's set in stone. We can always make a new decision to move more rapidly or in a new direction or stop and pause. We can always make that decision to affect some change on what it is we want to achieve. And brings us to the shape-shifting card. And this is a reminder to move with whatever's there. If it's something that feels like a roadblock, sit with it and be with it for a minute. Don't try to push through it or run away from it. Just kind of acknowledge it and sit with it and slow down. And then maybe find, where you can assimilate to the energy that's there. And then the last card I got is Bright Future. And this is the reminder that, the darkness that maybe we're going through as a result of this upheaval, remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. And that's the message there. So, a tempered pace through this stuff will help us set up for what comes next.
I love the image of the lantern. The lantern, the light, the lantern is there to guide us in our journey.
Yeah, a lot of light there. That's beautiful.
So let's be with this reading, slow down with our breath. Let's honor the reading's guidance. Yeah, slow down. And I encourage everybody to just take a moment to go inside and honor whatever sorrow might be present for you, whatever grief might be present for you. Upheaval is a powerful experience. And yes, it can lead to a breakthrough and a brighter future. And it's a very powerful experience. So being with that slowing down energy, the energy of the turtle, is really, really important. And just take a moment to get present to your breath, and then begin to allow your intention for this week to start to take shape. Wherever you are in your journey, just allow your intention to start to take shape. Yeah, I'm just going to be presencing to those themes, upheaval and the vulnerability that can come with that, sorrow and grief, and really honoring those experiences and the slowing down, and then bringing that lantern out to guide us to the future. And also the lantern allows us to see blind spots and to see what we might not otherwise see. And that's what an upheaval can allow for too. But not if we just skip over it, right? Not if we do the bypass. That's why the slowing down is so important. So
yeah, you just said out loud what was in my brain.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, the tortoise, make sure we pause a little. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so now we're moving to the next set of cards, and we start out with completion. And that comes directly over the upheaval. So we get to a point where we can acknowledge that is safely behind me now. And I processed it. I was, I was clear on the feelings that I was experiencing, and now it's behind me. It's done. Now what? Now you're in a neutral place. Now you're ready to create again or move to another project, idea, phase, part of your development, whatever it is. And we start with gifts. We start with gratitude and acknowledging those things that are going well, those things that we do have going well for us. And I think my glasses are sweating. Sorry, that was weird. Our gratitude, from this moment that we stand in this clear sort of neutral place, what do I have going for me? Even though I closed that chapter, I still have all this, right? Whatever those things are that you can acknowledge. And that leaves space for you to dream up for your next thing. Now your hopes and wishes come into play. Now you're ready to say, that's behind me, what's next? And this is the sort of the dream phase of your manifesting, just really starting to come up with the ideas and try to envision what you could accomplish next. And it's really just that sort of inner work first. And always when we're moving on, I guess always for me, I don't know about everybody else, but when I'm working on a dream like that, I go through these sort of outsider feelings, like I can't accomplish it. There's not enough pieces in place. I don't have what it takes, whatever those things are that talk me out of my dream.
Limiting beliefs.
Completely limiting beliefs, and feeling I'm separated from what I want to do and where I want to go. and we know this card, it's not true. The
Mhm.
little lock on the gate allows us to open the gate and take a step forward,
Mhm.
moving from intention to belief.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
now
That card is the essence of what we do here at the Well. We
it's
come together, we create, we root into gratitude, we create intentionality, and then we close the Well session and we move out into our worlds with belief.
with
I
belief
get
and making it happen.
with action, right? Taking it
Action.
into our lives.
Right. And knowing action, knowing that it's going to lead to where we want to, going to lead to our highest good, whatever that is. So now we're in a state of alignment, moving from that, like you say, what we do here every week, that sets us up for the possibility of alignment almost, every Monday afternoon
Mm.
that we can realign and get ready for the week ahead. Sometimes we don't stay as aware of that,
Mhm.
right? We may just go through the session and create an intention and then drop it maybe, but inside our energies already have, already caught on to the message. And so if we tune in and feel into our alignment, that sets us up for the real movement. And that's what I got here is movement.
Yeah.
Now you're taking action. Now you're taking first, second, third steps toward creating the next thing. And then transformation is where we end up. So
Mhm.
we move from upheaval and loss and sorrow
Mhm.
to real shift and change.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
but like Maria said, no skipping those steps in between. It's slow
Yeah.
it down and let it all play out. Yeah.
Mhm. And that's what's possible inside of upheaval is transformation.
Yeah.
It blows our hearts wide open. Sometimes our lives break down, right? And that's what becomes available is if we go through the healing journey, if we slow down and make room for it, we make room to heal, we make room to be with our beliefs and release what's no longer serving or what's holding us back, transformation becomes possible.
Completely. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you as usual. Beautiful reading. And I hope everybody has a beautiful week.